Apple and Tesla are secretly working together to bring a totally new feature to all Teslas that will really change everything, and a feature that no one saw coming. Plus, your Tesla right now is kind of broken, and a major software bug might just cost you your entire car. And the all-new Model Y is officially here and on sale. Well, sort of. And of course, as always, there's a lot of drama in the Tesla community that we just have to talk about. So let's break down all the biggest news, all the biggest things making headlines in the wild world of Tesla, tell you about some new features coming, some new hidden leaks, and everything you need to know about new features and new things happening right now in the wild, ever so wild world of Tesla. Lots of news to get into, so let's just jump into it. And a big thanks to Baseus for sponsoring this video. They are the makers of this incredibly sleek, premium, and versatile A3 vacuum that is perfect for cleaning your car, but way more on this in a bit. So, should we start off with the good news or the bad news first? Let's start off first with good news. Let's start on a positive note and talk about the Austin-built standard range Model Y that is beginning now to actually sort of go on sale and is getting a much more wider release schedule. You'll know that as of a few weeks ago, this was sort of off menu, being reserved and built just for employees, but now it is finally making its way to the public in a very sort of odd way. You still cannot go on the Tesla website and just configure and buy this standard range Model Y for yourself from the get-go, but if you currently have a Model Y on order and you live in the Austin area and your car is presumably going to be built at Giga Texas, you may get prompted to accelerate delivery by switching to a standard range Model Y that's new and improved and pristine, built from Giga Texas. Now, this is a very interesting proposition that can be really tempting for most people for a couple of big reasons. One is that it obviously could dramatically cut down on the time you have to wait for your car by as much as multiple months, if not almost a year, considering the Tesla model that you purchased. So this is a way to get your Tesla way, way faster. And also, probably more importantly, if you don't need the long-range model, but you just sort of ordered the base model just because that was the only option at the time, this could be a great way to save you some money, get your car to you faster, and just be an all-around better option. Also, thirdly, the Austin-built Teslas obviously have all the latest goodies inside. They've got the 4680 battery pack, they've got the Ryzen processor, new lithium-ion battery, they've got double pane glass in the back, heated wipers, all that stuff is all new and exclusive, well, not exclusive, but really right now, mainly coming from Giga Texas, especially those 4680 batteries right now. Those are, I believe, exclusive just to Austin. So if you do want sort of the latest and greatest cutting-edge stuff in your Tesla, this is a great way to get it and really get it before anybody else. Now, I am curious though that with so much demand for the long-range Model Y, why Tesla is starting to produce this one, or at least widely produce this one first. Maybe there's, a reason here to sort of work out the kinks before they start mass production in the long range and performance models. I'm really not sure, but I do think it's a really good choice for a lot of you out there. And again, you are sacrificing some range and some speed, but if you don't need all that stuff, which I actually just did a video I will link to down below that explains why some people might overbuy on range. If you don't need it, this is a really great option that gives you all the latest Tesla goodies. It gives you all the creature comforts of a Tesla, and it will get you your car way, way faster. So again, this is currently for those in sort of the Austin area. This will obviously be expanded out very soon, I would imagine. You might be able to get your Tesla way sooner and get a Texas-made Tesla with this new option here. So be on the lookout for an email from Tesla to accelerate delivery and switch to this standard range Model Y. Also, we should probably talk about some small updates to new Tesla orders, or I guess non-updates, because I mentioned a few weeks ago a sort of quote from Elon where he said the company might stop taking new orders from some models with particularly long lead times. That specifically is some of the sort of base versions of the Model 3, and especially that long-range Model Y, which has quite a wait right now. In some instances, depending on your location and config, you might be waiting around a year to get your new Tesla. And just sort of as an update to what I said before, nothing has really changed in terms of orders. We actually just saw delays on most Tesla models that just got pushed back a little bit, so you are waiting more than you were before, but Tesla, as of filming this video, is still taking orders for all cars. The only place where I think they stopped taking orders was internationally for the Cybertruck for pre-reservations or pre-orders, reservations, whatever it is, but they haven't stopped taking orders of their car. So I know there was some confusion about that and some worry that Tesla would sort of put the kibosh on new orders for some models. They could still do that, but just as an update, as of right now, all orders are still currently open. Now, this next bit of news is not so good and something we've got to address, and that is a bad software bug affecting many Teslas. Your Tesla could be affected, it might not be, but I've heard the horror stories of people who have this bug, and it is not good for one particular reason, and that is that it sort of breaks your dash cam. Users started to report on Twitter that their dash cam functionality wasn't working. Either the drive refused to mount to the car, or recordings that seemingly record actually weren't there. I even actually saw multiple reports of people who got hit and were not able to retrieve the footage because the drives were empty or they just didn't record. So the cars, in some cases, some people had like total Teslas that they didn't have any dash cam footage for because the feature simply wasn't working due to a software bug. Elon eventually did confirm that this was an issue. It was a bug with the software, saying that a fix was coming soon. But as of right now, we don't have a timeline, and we really don't have a reliable way to test if your car has this issue or not. It's really sort of, I guess, just sort of trial and error. You can see if it records. Some people are saying that the dash cam system just won't work, like the drive won't mount to the car. So if you're seeing that, then you have to know it's unreliable, and there's nothing you can really do but sort of wait for this software update. Obviously, if you do a lot of driving and the dash cam is very important to you, you might want to consider just getting an external system, at least for the time being. I'll leave a couple of options linked down below, and those have their own advantages and disadvantages. But yeah, a bad bug, definitely make sure that you are more cautious than ever, because if your car does get hit and you have this bug in your car, you're not going to be able to retrieve any of that footage. It's just sort of a fair warning that be a little more cautious, and hopefully we get an update to this bug sooner rather than later. Now, before we continue breaking down more Tesla news, I want to take a quick break and show off one of my all-new favorite accessories that is perfect for your Tesla, and that is this. It's this super sleek premium A3 vacuum made by this video's sponsor, Besus. On first glance, you'll immediately notice that the design of this thing is really, really cool and very special. It does not look at all like your typical run-of-the-mill cordless handheld vacuum, and that is a very good thing. The design of this thing is just super special, and I love the way it looks. And the design is not only super premium and sleek, but also very practical too. The A3 houses an LED light to make cleaning easier in sort of darker situations, and has a double filtration system that houses a steel filter and a HEPA filter that removes over 99.7% of particles below 0.3 microns in diameter. Its small size makes it really easy to get into hard to reach places all around your car, and with 2 different suction modes, it's going to do a great job capturing debris and getting your car very, very clean. This thing is really also kind of fun to use, and is really nice to really clean every nook and cranny inside of your car. Battery life is also fantastic here too, running up to 45 minutes on a single charge, and also it can be easily recharged through the built-in USB-C port, which makes things really convenient. It's super easy to remove debris out of this thing. Cleaning and maintenance are just a breeze, and it also comes with 2 attachments here you can use, a brush head and an air hose. I just really love this Besus A3 vacuum. It is small, it's portable, it's premium, and it's a must-have accessory that you've got to pick up for your car today. I just love this thing. I know you guys will love it as well. So if you want to learn more today, which I recommend you do, hit the link in the description right now to learn more. Again, it's great, a really nice companion for your car. I love it. You guys will love it as well. So again, check it out for yourself today and pick one up for yourself today at the link right down below. Now, one piece of news that is really, really interesting, and something I don't actually believe is going to happen, but we'll have to sort of wait and see, is Apple and Tesla potentially working together to bring AirPlay to all Tesla models. Now, this sounds very flashy, it's a big headline, but there's a lot we need to explain here, so let me sort of break it down exactly what this would mean if it was added to your car. Let me start by clearing up some confusion. Apple AirPlay technology is not the same as Apple CarPlay technology. That is Apple's car software experience. I've done videos on it before. The two are not the same. So this does not refer to AirPlay in terms of being CarPlay, nor does it refer to screen mirroring technology, which is a little confusing because AirPlay can mirror your car or mirror your screen to your car if you wanted to, but that is not this instance. What AirPlay is referring to here is Apple's sort of higher quality wireless audio streaming that can support higher fidelity sound streaming wirelessly to speakers, to HomePods, to smart TVs, sound bars, and now potentially to your Tesla too. And on the surface, building AirPlay support into Teslas sounds odd, but it does make a lot of sense the more you sort of think about it. Having access to this higher quality, higher bandwidth audio stream would make your audio obviously sound better in your car and allow you to really harness the power of those excellent built-in speakers that are installed in your Tesla. For example, listening to something over Spotify isn't super great. For some reason, the Spotify bandwidth isn't great. TuneIn and Stitcher are better. Tidal's a little bit better, but obviously your best bet right now is doing something over Bluetooth. AirPlay, in theory, could give you a nice, stable wireless connection from your Apple device to your Tesla and potentially give you a higher bandwidth stream to your Tesla speakers. I don't know if lossless is supported. There are rumors that Apple could be using AirPlay to do lossless audio on AirPods. Maybe they could do it in the car too, but essentially it could give you sort of a nice way to connect your phone to your car more automatically and give you some really nice, high-quality sound to really enjoy inside of your car. Elon himself did confirm that he would have Tesla engineers look into this after it was requested on Twitter, which is really cool to see. Thanks, Elon. And a couple of questions on how this would work. One is, how would it be implemented? Would there be better on-screen controls that would be more seamless and work better than Bluetooth? Also, would this eventually lead to AirPlay support in terms of video? Like, could you, if you couldn't do CarPlay, for example, but could you like stream like YouTube or Hulu or any videos from your phone to your car? Because AirPlay receivers are very common. You could do it on Apple Silicon Macs. You can do it on sort of smart TVs and smart devices. AirPlay as a receiver for audio and video would be super cool. And the other thing, obviously, too, is would this require any extra hardware, or could this be in all cars right now? Not exactly sure how this is going to work, but it could be a really big feature coming soon that, if it does come, would really potentially upgrade your audio experience in your Tesla to a whole new level. Next, I want to talk about some more drama in the Tesla community, and that is about superchargers, because things are changing and not necessarily for the good of Tesla owners who are not happy about these changes at all. That's because Elon has promised to open up superchargers to non-Tesla EVs all over the world, and we've started to see this new feature roll out across the globe to different supercharging stations, including now in the UK. There are 14 stations in the UK now adding CCS cables to give non-Tesla EV owners the chance to recharge their car from these what were exclusively Tesla supercharger stations. And as you could expect, the reception to these changes have been mixed. Tesla obviously has vowed to sort of accelerate the move to electrification and sustainability, and obviously opening up superchargers to more EVs sort of helps more people adopt EVs, gets people over range anxiety, and is generally a good thing that benefits the entire sort of wider ecosystem of electric vehicles. But as it's been for years, Tesla superchargers were a perk of the Tesla ecosystem and was one of the biggest reasons why many would buy a Tesla over other EVs. Having access to an extensive, expansive, reliable, fast-charging system was a really big deal. And opening this up to more Tesla or non-Tesla vehicles would not only sort of take away sort of one of the perks of owning a Tesla, but it could also make supercharging stations more crowded, potentially less reliable, and just make it a little bit more cumbersome to use and sort of take away a little bit of that magic from owning a Tesla. And I sort of hear both sides on this, and I will just say sort of personally from my experience, supercharger stations are more crowded than they've ever been before, and adding non-Tesla charging to these would obviously make them worse. So Tesla would really need to figure out some kind of queuing system or a line system so they can make it more reliable and faster to get people in and out, and also stop some bad behavior of people sort of hogging supercharging stalls. But I don't know. Obviously, this has been a big point of contention. People are not happy about it. And again, I see both sides and I'm not exactly sure how I feel. But what are your thoughts on Tesla opening superchargers to non-Tesla EVs? Obviously, they've started to do this internationally. They're just going to start to do it sort of everywhere on all supercharger stations eventually. Do you like this move? Do you not? Do you think it's a good move, a bad move? Let me know your thoughts on this drama and controversy down below. And I guess in general, guys, what are your thoughts on all the Tesla news? Would you love to see AirPlay come to your Tesla? Are you all in on the standard range Model Y? Are you experiencing this weird software bug? And Tesla ordering, do you think they're going to stop taking orders on some models? Let me know your thoughts on all the Tesla news of the week down below. As always, thank you guys so much for watching these videos. I really do appreciate it, so thank you for watching. From me to you, thank you. I'm Robert Rosenfeld, and I'll see you all in the next one.